Hey, you have a Norton story that we haven't heard yet? Because you guys live together. I want to hear a good Norton story today.
I don't know
because he's got some dirt on.
How descriptive? You can't really touch.
Well, yeah. Obviously, something Norton would be okay with. I'm not trying to like.
Oh no!
Dude,
come on,
put him in a bad spot.
What could be out there that hasn't been said about him?
That's true.
Yeah, but actually, Dave the girl was faithful. Keep it under your hat.
It's horrid.
Well, I just know, like, he kept different hours than me. I would go to bed at like 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Jim would go to bed at like 9 in the morning.
Yeah.
So I'd have to get him up at like 7 p.m. because not to miss his first spot. He's like, "Can you get me up at 7?" I'm like, "In the morning?" He goes, "No, at night." I'm like,
"Oh my God!"
I'm like, "Dude, you got to get your life together."
Right.
By the time I got up, Starbucks was closed. He was angry. Mm-hmm. So I go to bed at like 3, and the kitchen table was right near my bedroom. So this guy would get in at like 6 in the morning and just start eating potato chips like a maniac.
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to sleep. My head's like a foot away from him, and I'm like, "What is there a chipmunk in the kitchen?" What? I'm pounding on the wall. He's like, Sorry, dude. I'm hungry. I'm starving. You know how it is. I haven't eaten all day." I'm like, "All right, just go in the other room."
There was an Exxon, and I would stop at the Exxon and go to the Subway. And I thought I was eating healthy because I was eating Subway. I would eat 2 Subway sandwiches and then go to bed on Artie. What was? Oh God, Artie, not Artie Lang.
Artie Fletcher.
Artie Fletcher's old bed. Yeah, yeah, you know Artie Fletcher?
No.
But
he's obese.
having somebody else's bed is.
Yeah, I bought his bed for $200, and he lies a lot. He's like, "It's brand new." I'm like, "There's like coffee stains on it." I'm like, "This isn't brand new."
Coffee.
Yeah, and that guy never wore a bag either. So it wasn't the first time Jim was laying in someone else's.
Yeah.
Sure. Well, I'm sorry.
That's right.
Fun.
Jesus Christ! You really were bad back then.
Oh, I was so well behaved on my the first. I moved in with Jim, and it was like I was 30, and it was time to get out of my parents' house. And I was so well behaved. I was quiet for a while, and then fast forward a month, I'm smoking in the living room. His girlfriend hates me.
We did Cribs with your old place that you guys lived in together.
With the mold and
when
everything.
Cribs was a popular show, we did a few episodes ourselves, and we did a Norton Cribs, and you were living with him at the time. I thought I lived in some S-holes, but that place, wow.
It was brutal.
With the black mold where you guys, you framed pictures?
Yeah, we put pictures over the mold.
To cover up the black mold?
Yeah.
I went to the Englishtown auction in New Jersey for like $4 and bought these pictures that would cover a mold. We put tin foil on the wall to cover the mold.
His bedroom was lined with tin foil. It was so creepy. It looked like he was trying to be fashionable, but he's just trying to stay alive.
It looked like aliens. He was keeping the alien signals away.
But we paid, it was like $800, a 2-bedroom for $800.
Nice, right?
And I had my girlfriend living there, so it was 3 of us splitting $800.
Sweet.
We couldn't beat them. We need to be in New York because we were trying to get into the clubs and all that stuff.
Didn't they try to didn't they make that Section 8 housing or something like that? Like it went into some weird government housing after we left because the landlord lived below us.
Really?
Yeah. They did something with it. It was a dump.
Great. He probably had to do that in order to refurbish it.
Yeah.
That was just moldy and ugh.
Did you guys have bugs and other creatures?
We had some. Yeah, we had some silverfish. Yeah.
Oh, those things! I had those. Those things.
And then all of a sudden the Spanish.
I'd rather see a cockroach than those things for some reason.
They just say filth.
Yeah,
and moisture.
I know it. Yeah.
And then this new landlord took over, the Spanish dude, and within 3 days we had roaches.
Did we have roaches?
Yeah. Well, no, you were just moving out at the time. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I probably just missed that. I probably missed the roaches. Silverfish. I never had roaches. Ugh.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Isn't that nice? Now look at you, living in the lap of luxury.
Yeah, I know. Now he's in Trump Tower.
Yeah.
Well, now he's got like a shoe area. He was talking about this
It's a
morning.
designated shoe area. You know how it is. You have to have a gentleman has to have a place to keep his shoes. And I'd like to meet a girl by there. I tell her
He's
I'll meet
bragging about his California closets. Like, what happened to us?
What? I have to have a nice place.
You used to
put my
live with
stuff.
black mold.
Yeah, I know. We had a living room with
Silverfish.
It had like that old door where it had that like big keyhole.
Yeah.
So that's where we'd always bring chicks, and we'd watch each other through the little keyhole.
Like Psycho.
But it was because Jim always has to pee, him every 5 seconds. So every time I'm watching it, I'm starting to be like, wow, this is getting good. I got to go pee, and I have to go run in my room.
Make believe you were sleeping.
And then if I wanted to watch Florentine, all I have to do is walk into the kitchen. There'd be 3 chicks laid out. I'm like, Jesus Christ, what a great life you have.
Amazing. There's a picture of the silverfish.
That's a good one.
We'll put it up on O&A radio.
The place was infested with them, though. They were disgusting.
You ever find one in your bed?
No, because they were always in the walls. But I remember at one point, I think I counted, after it would rain, they'd be all over the place. I think I counted 5 or 6 on my wall at the same time. I was like 32. I was doing comedy for, I guess, 9 years at the time. 11 years at the time.
Not be in that situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't feel guilty about doing well. Oh,
No.
I was in a dump.
For a long time.
A dump.
Yeah, but it worked for us, man, because we used to have to drive like an hour and a half to get back and forth into the city all the time. So we needed to be near there, and we're like, oh, who cares?
With no money pressure, because you come in and do I make $25 when I do a Comedy Cellar spot. So it was like we needed to be in a place where you could come in and do city spots without any financial pressure. It was great.
Yeah.
It was perfect.
And I had one rule: no prostitutes in the house.
Well, that's a good rule.
You know what I mean? Because I was like, I don't know what they might go in my room and steal stuff, and
Pilfering.
so he'd just pull in the driveway and put like one of those sun visors up. So then the neighbors would see and be in the car with them.
Did you really, Jim?
Yeah, I did that at my house. My parents' house.
I'd look at it like 2 a.m. I'd see the visor up. I'm like, all right, Jim's
That old school visor that was
Yeah.
It was that cardboard thing.
Supposed to keep the heat off of your steering wheel.
right.
And it basically just kept the wig from bobbing so my neighbors could see it.
Wait, you did this in your parents' driveway,
And I
Jim?
also, that's where I started doing it. And then there was like a little park, and you could occasionally get horsed by where we lived. But I didn't want to park around there because I was afraid of a cop. So I would park kind of right by the house because it was like a quiet dead end street, and I'm like, no cops would ever. You could always see who was coming.
Right.
Only the class broads you were bringing home.
Oh, they were terrific.
Yeah.
And
We'll do it right here in the car.
Your sweet mom is inside that house, and all hell's breaking loose in the driveway.
Well, that was what I would do at home. Yeah, that's where I first started doing it. And I was always afraid.
How much does a girl of that stature cost?
Not a lot. $25.
Yeah.
$30. Yeah, not a lot of money. Wow. Yeah.
And Jim used to always take like the mason jars from that because he'd drive around the city, and in case he had to relieve himself, he's like, I need another jar. Oh, that's a good. I've eaten fruit. He's like, can I have that? I'm going to drive around and look at some hookers tonight.
I didn't want to get arrested for going outside, so I would actually always carry a jar or a cup in the car. It was awful.
You were Lenny Legal.
Dude, that's how you knew I was going whoring. How many times I left the Comedy Cellar, I'm like, hey, can I have like an empty plastic cup with a lid and some napkins? And they're like, why?
And some ice for later.
Yeah, and a little lemon and 2 straws with umbrellas.
Oh, my God. Like just old peanut butter jars and stuff, whatever you can find.
Anything that you could just stop real quick. And, you had to. And I didn't want to walk outside half the time if it's raining or if it's cold out.
Well, sure.
And you don't want to get arrested.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't want to get sick, from the rain or not.
Yeah.
Just go with a streetwalker.
Yeah.
It's
And
fine.
I'll tell you one thing. I know I've gone in jars before and things like that in a pinch there in the car, and it's not as sanitary as your bathroom at home. You can't really spend much time making sure everything is gone.
Yeah.
So the girl that you're getting is now getting an extra treat when.
Here's what you got to do.
There's always a kink in the hose.
Yeah, kink in the hose.
And you unkink it and like,
When you ever shut the water off and then go to take the nozzle off your hose?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what happens. There's still water left in there under pressure.
You got to use it like a tourniquet. Like, you ever see the 1776 poster? The guy's had the bandage on his head.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what you got to do. Like, when you're ready to like open the window and throw the cup, like dump the cup, you have to take a napkin in your right palm and cup the top.
Yeah.
So you don't. So the kink in the hose goes into the napkin.
Okay.
You have to do that.
See this guy.
See, I always get the Gatorade bottles with the wide mouth. Yeah.
Yeah. Need that.
That's a key, because sometimes you don't, and if you got like a regular water bottle, it's tough.
Oh.
Regular water bottle. I could never do that in a water bottle ever.
A water bottle or a beer bottle. In the old days, I would drive around drinking a beer. I would drive with a beer between my legs and just drink as I'm driving. And when you're done with a bottle, you just use it to go in and then throw it out the window. And a beer bottle is tough to line up. That's like lining up a difficult pool shot.
Yeah.
You really have
And it's
to
dark, and you don't know if you're close to the top.
Yeah, and you can't move once you start.
Right, yeah.
Because like that linkage, you don't have much, there isn't much plus or minus on that.
You do realize those things fill up real fast.
Yeah, and then you start panicking and you go, uh-oh. Let me feel here. I still got a ways to go, and we're up to the top of the Bud label. Be a problem.
I used to keep the Gatorade bottle under my seat. And one time I had a girl in the car, and I stopped short at a traffic light. It rolled right under her feet. And she's like, oh, you got Gatorade? I'm thirsty. And I'm like, nah, it's been in there for a while. She's like, no, I'm like, no, we'll just stop and get some. I should have had her drink it, though. I should have. But she was nice.
Oh, it's delicious.
Lemon lime, my favorite.
One of my favorite stories was Florentine was going to a gig, and you had a Starbucks cup.
It was a McDonald's cup.
A McDonald's cup. And you didn't. It was dark, and you didn't realize the bottom was like, I guess, what was it, leaky?
Yeah, because I used it like 4 different times to go to the bathroom.
Oh,
so by the 4th time, it was one of those plastic cups.
There was a problem.
It was saturated.
And yeah, what did you have to take off your pants and put them on? He had to drive to a gig with his pants off, with them on top of the dashboard.
Yeah, with the heat cranking. It was like 90 degrees out because the bottom fell out. I didn't know until about 45 seconds in. I had black jeans on. I was running late to a gig. I pulled over, took my pants off, put them on. Yeah, put them on there and just cranked the heat 400
that must
degrees.
Have smelled great.
It was awful. And as soon as I got in the club, I went right on the stage, and it was all. I'm like, all right, look, I'll tell you what happened. I told the story, so I just said, stop looking at me like that.
I take lemons and make lemonade in your pants.
Oh, that is great, man.
Cute story.